This episode of Hak5 is brought to you by GoDaddy.com, Beck's Beer, Crisis Warhead, and Scratch and Sniff packet stickers for packet sniffers.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, that's nasty.
Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Hak5. I'm Matt Lestock.
I'm Darren Kitchen.
For those of you who haven't seen the show before, basically we are the show for sysadmins, white hat, black hat hackers, gamers. If you wear a t-shirt and maybe a belt every now and then to work.
The polo shirt, you know, the polo shirt crowd.
Polo shirt, t-shirt action, because I can do that kind of.
Configuring, if you've configured a firewall in the last 6 months, you're probably our viewer.
This is the show for you. We make it especially for you.
Yeah.
And we hope you guys enjoy the show.
Yeah, we go upstairs and we brainstorm out some stuff and we're just like, you know, I gotta say, we are on 4x04, so this is episode 4 for File Not Found.
Yep.
And I can't believe that, okay, obviously with the new season, there's gonna be some kinks. We've worked out a ton of them. This is the first episode ever in 4 years that we have actually NTSC color balanced a screen. Look at this. Look at this. You want to go to channel 4 because this is an awesome wallpaper here. We got Hak5, spread the virus, trust your technolist. Now I'm not sure what the, I'm not sure Hak5 is a virus, but it's kind of cool because it's very topical. Yeah. We're actually talking about viruses today with Chris Gerling from Virginia Beach.
Yeah, we're gonna. I have a VM that's all loaded up with some viruses and stuff. We're gonna kind of show you what that looks like when you look at it with your process explorers and stuff like that. And
you have a zoo of viruses.
I do. What did I call it?
It was good.
I don't remember.
The symposium
board.
A cesspool. It was a cesspool of viruses. Before we get on, we want to thank Advent Spirit for the wallpaper. If you guys want to send them wallpaper, submit it to feedback@hak5.org. Hit the forums or the wiki. And now on to Shannon, who's going to show us some great photo utilities.
Yeah, I'll be talking about Photosynth. I put together about 190 photos for you guys. Put them all together on Photosynth, and I'll tell you about that later.
Sweet. Yes, so 4th episode in to the fourth new season. We finally got lighting right too. That's beautiful.
We hope.
We're working out all the kinks here. I mean, we're trying to go HD. Hopefully it's going to happen by the time you see this, not too much longer.
Yeah.
We're actually taping this before even the first episode is aired. So if you're like, I've been posting on the forums, you haven't mentioned anything about this thing I said. Well,
sorry,
we haven't seen it yet. We're in the past.
We're catching
in the future.
Up. We're catching up after the 2 episodes that we did in a single week. You said
time traveling. It's fun.
Yeah, portal action. We also, so Darren said we wanted to go HD. We could really use your help. Head on over to hak5.org/stickers. Order some stickers, and we've also got some great swag that we're working on for you guys. We've got tons of new stickers.
Yeah, by now we should have some details about the ultimate swag bag coming. But we don't know because that's in the future, and we're like 3 weeks behind at this point.
Right, we don't know.
We'll catch up soon.
Exactly.
All right, well, I'm going to go catch up with Chris and see what's going on with viruses. All right. I'm just going to mosey over here. Whoa. Hi, Basil on camera number 3.
Welcome to the set.
Sorry. Dude, we're going to have to get a bigger set soon. But
yeah, we're gonna.
But for right now, I'd say we just demo the wall, take down the living room. Yes, we shoot this in our house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, we should put Paul right up there with a booth.
I like it. Yeah.
So
anyway, Paul, the guy with no preview monitors right now, he's trying to do the show and has no idea what's going on. Yeah. He's got a program. He doesn't have preview for each
We'll have that fixed very soon.
Yeah, totally. Ordered apart. So you did the thing that you're not supposed to do.
Yeah, you're not supposed to double click on it.
We remember when we said that, if you want to send us a wallpaper, just email it to feedback@hak5.org. We're going to be testing those in a sandbox. We don't just open every JPEG. I mean, you went to all the fun JPEG sites.
I did. Well, actually,
you clicked on the executables to get the...
Sort of, in a way. What I did was I found this site called malwaredatabase.net, which is paired with offensivecomputing.net. I think that's. We'll have it in the
lower third
show notes right here. And they have a humongous. I think it's like almost 500,000 submitted pieces of malware. Whether everything from MyDoom to Zotab to everything.
Code Red, my favorite.
I think that's in there too. NIMDA. So I went through and I selected a bunch of them, and I downloaded them onto my VM, and of course right now I've...
What are you running, Windows 98 First Edition?
No, it's actually XP without any patches.
Service Pack what?
2, but without any patches.
Okay.
I didn't feel like,
Yeah, that's fine.
So, and I have the guest isolation off and everything. It's not connected to the internet right now. Obviously, if I had something that could escape a VM, I'd be kind of...
Yeah, you probably didn't need to go through all this trouble to go to the virus, the malicious website. You could have just put up a Windows 98 box up on the internet and let things do its natural course.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
All right, so you've got it all viried up. What are
I
we
actually
doing
don't
here?
right
what
now.
do I actually see?
I restored this VM to a state because I'm actually going to do it. You're going to
before and
watch what
after.
happens.
Okay,
Yeah, so
cool. So here's your brain.
Yep. Here's what Windows looks like in a Process Explorer before you do anything to it. This is a straight up. You can see I'm in VMware because I've got the user tray and everything. But so this is what Windows kind of looks like before you start infecting it, and you can actually zoom in. Yeah, this is just you got your regular, SVC hosts.
So not a whole lot of processes.
No.
And that's a trim. Fresh installs always feel good.
Definitely.
So yeah, cool.
Yep. So and then there's a process monitor which I've slimmed down. Actually, let me get rid of zoom it. We don't need that. We were just using it.
Yeah.
Anyway, while that's doing that, I have the event viewer up as well, so we can check that out and see what that gives us.
So this is the Windows Event Viewer. Right-click on my computer, manage. There it is.
Exactly. And these two tools are from sysinternals, Process Explorer and Process Monitor.
Now, sysinternals was then merged into Microsoft. I forget the guy's name right now. It's Steve, Ralph.
Mark.
Yes,
Mercevich.
Yes,
Mercevich.
thank you.
Yeah.
And he now works for Microsoft, and those tools are...
So what I'm doing here is I'm excluding all these processes that are part of Windows that I don't really want to see right now, because once we actually, I'm going to double-click them right in a second here. We're going to, yeah.
Okay, so what processes do we have going at this point?
All right, right now
down to like nothing, right?
Yeah, right now I excluded all these. Those are what we have on right now. So now I'm going to go in and I have let's see. Let's start with MyDoom.
All right.
MyDoom's a fun one. We're going to right-click and
wait,
don't do this.
I'm sorry. Can we zoom in here on this a second?
Yeah.
Like this doesn't look like a. It looks like a Notepad document.
It does. It does look like a Notepad
document. There's a little
document.
.exe there.
Yeah. I could hide that, but then we lose the fun.
You could always make it mydoom.txt.exe.
Exactly, and it would hide that part. So anyway,
let's get this machine
This is
up.
what you're not supposed to do.
All right, so go ahead and open that. Sure, why not?
Oh, look at all this stuff that's happening.
All right.
Oh boy, I'm gonna. Oh, I'm
yeah.
just gonna,
Let it use the
unblock
internet.
it. Yep.
Wait, this is on the. Is this on our network?
It's not on our network. It's completely disabled.
You let a guest into the studio.
Exactly.
Next thing you know, everybody's got MyDoom.
So now. No, I wouldn't do that to you guys. So we've it's starting to do its thing. We can actually look and say, okay, properties on one of these.
So with Process Monitor, the sysinternals tool, we can go in and see everything that's happening in real time. We have a date stamp, we have a time stamp, and we can see the different processes that are happening, the path to those, and the result of what's actually going on.
And these are all the modules. I can't make this any. Here, I can zoom in right here.
Yeah.
So these are some of the processes and DLLs that it used in order to, hook itself into the temporary internet files indexed at.
User infect backslash. That's just the name of the machine.
I just called the name.
But it just called the COM CTL32 DLL MS WinSock. I wonder what it's going to do with WinSock.
I don't know.
Could it be trying to get on the internet?
Probably. And then you can look at the whole stack and you can see everything that it used. And actually a better example, if I scroll up a little bit, when I go into when it was first launching. And we actually can expand this out, and it'll go into, here's one right here. This is actually a registry
oh, cool. We can see the registry modifications.
So it went into software in Explorer, and it went into feature control. It did something with feature control. Not really sure quite yet. I mean, you can look at the stack and say...
So now, okay, so you took a snapshot in your VM before we infected it. You've gone ahead, you've infected it.
Oh, I can infect even more.
Oh, I mean, do it up.
We've got all kinds of stuff. We got Zotab 2 here. Oh, it gives me this error, but trust me, it worked.
Okay.
Here, we'll go all the way down to the bottom here.
And so now is there a way to compare these two? Compare the before it was owned and after it was owned and see what the registry settings that were done that changed? And this program will download and install what? What's going on here?
It pretends to be an antivirus software for Vista.
Oh, yeah, I love those.
Yeah, I just heard about that one. I think it's fairly new. And we have let's see, we have
a little bit of that phishing stuff. You're like, yeah, download this program. It'll totally clean up your net connection, make it 10 times faster.
That one double-clicked, and it just kind of, disappeared and did its own thing. So, so we've got about a bunch of viruses and things running right now. We can see Zotab, Notepad, which is behind that.
So are you saying
infected
that,
some of these.
that My Doom is trying to make itself look like Notepad?
Exactly.
Okay, so if you were like just an owned user,
Mm-hmm.
a little clueless newbie, and you didn't know like my machine's running slow, and you pull up your standard control panel to see what processes you've got going on here. It kills. Okay, fine. If you could get it,
We can. Well, this is kind of what it looks like.
Try again. No, it's. Wow, it's killing Task Manager. Well, if you could pull up Task Manager, there we go.
Oh,
and
it's gone.
That was funny.
So this is just some of the stuff that you can see.
Right, but if you pulled that up, you would probably think, if you could get your Task Manager, sorry,
That was
Task
Batman.
Manager up. Oh, Batman. Well, if you could get your your Task Manager up there and go to your Processes tab, and you're like, what's hosing my system? If you know a little bit of Cluby, and you could see Notepad, and you're like, oh, well, no. Of course, that'd clue you in that maybe that Notepad's not running. But using the system terminal tools, Process Explorer, and what was the other one?
Process Monitor.
Process Monitor. You can actually see what's happening in real time.
Exactly.
And with Process Explorer, can you kill these? I mean, can you
Yes.
uninfect yourself with this stuff? I know
So I can right-click on this, and I can kill Process Tree,
Okay.
which will kill everything associated with that Zotab, and I can also do it to my Doom F, kill everything.
Now these aren't really gone. I mean,
They're in your system. You might kill them for now. In fact, I can probably bring up the Task Manager. Oops, not
Control Shift Escape.
Control Shift Escape. There we go.
Great.
So now it's up and it's staying.
And it's staying up. It's not disappearing immediately.
We can look through here and we can see. Okay.
But this system's still hosed.
if you reboot it, it's all coming back.
Now, of course, there are like some antivirus companies, like I know Symantec in particular, releases single executables for removing things when things get really crazy.
Yep.
Like around the time of NIMDA and Code Red, stuff like that. They'll just release a removal tool.
Exactly.
A single executable. Oh, great! Yeah, just run another executable. Why not?
Yep.
I don't run every executable.
So yeah, so that's basically it. I can restore this back to my snapshot.
Yeah.
Before the infection, and
Hey, we don't advise testing this out on your production machine. A VM's the best way to do it. Cool, Chris. As always, really interesting seeing the virus zoo there. Sounds like it's Process Explorer and what was the other one again?
Process Monitor.
Process
from System
Monitor.
Terminals.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other
Process
ones that you can
Monitor's
use,
great.
but those are I love their tools.
I
so.
love Process Monitor because you just get to see what's actually happening, because the built-in tools just don't actually tell you what's really going on.
Yep. Exactly.
Very cool.
So yeah, you can find this. I'm going to have it right up in my chrisgurley.com, and we're probably going to talk about this on SecureBit too. So
Sounds good. I'll have to tune in
Yeah.
and check out what you guys have to think about all the crazy viruses going on. Okay, so speaking of viruses, I don't think it has anything to do with it. We're going to head over to Shannon, who's going to tell us all about the trivia this month.
Nothing to do with viruses. All right, this week's trivia is: the first finger pressure multi-touch display was developed in 1982 by what university? And here's a little hint for you, pure ownage. Think about pure ownage, universities. If you're the first one to answer this correctly in our forum thread, we'll send you a PM for your address and your name, and we'll send you some nice little Hak5 swag, maybe some brand new stickers. We shall see. Our sponsor for trivia is GoDaddy. Make an impact online with GoDaddy with .coms as low as $1.99. With world-class hosting, fast and easy website builders, and much, much more. Plus, if you enter code HAK530, that's HAK530, you can save $5 on any order of $30. Some restrictions apply, so see the website for details and get your piece of the internet at GoDaddy.com. And I hear that Darren has something about multi-touch he wants to talk about.
But first, we're going to head to a break.
Oh yeah, I forgot that part again.
Great time.
Scratch and sniff packet stickers for packet sniffers. Take a whiff, it's just like crack, available in batch or packs of your favorite protocol stacks, so stick them on your Mac. Scratch and sniff packet stickers.info. Some restrictions apply. ICMP not available in California. Source routed orders need not apply.
So Darren's here to show us some multi-touch goodness.
Dude, multi-touch, it's all the rage. You've seen it on the iPhone, the Mac, the what was it? The Microsoft thing?
Surface, the big ass table.
The future's here and it's a big ass table. And you can build your own. Dude.
Except ours is miniature.
Well, okay, you can build your own miniature big ass table, and then maybe if you want to take it a step further, you can throw a projector into the ceiling and really take this thing and run. But we're going to show you how, with a cardboard box and some paper, a webcam, maybe a photo frame, you can build your own multi-touch mini. Now, I got to say that this segment was submitted by our good friend over from the IRC, Falcon. So awesome pick, Falcon. Thanks for sending that to us. This was originally found on a blog post over at ssandler.wordpress, and we're going to have links to show notes, all this stuff. But basically, this blog is all about this thing called the multi-touch mini, which is making a multi-finger touch screen, just like in Minority Report, all that stuff, out of simple stuff you can just find around the house, like a webcam in a box. And I guess if you can check out what we got going here, this is the configuration utility. And you can see what it's doing if I go through each individual layer of this. This is what the camera sees. This is just a webcam inside a box pointed up at a white piece of paper on a photo frame. I got it all taped up, enclosed here, so that that it doesn't let light in. And it looks really, I mean, okay, it's ghetto fabulous, but whatever, right? We're going to hook this up and make it a Windows mouse. And we're going to do some other fun demos with it. So the first step is just go over to that blog, and I'll have links in the show notes. Just download the multi-touch mini package.
Okay.
And the first thing you want to do is configure it. So everything's like all these batch files, these single executables is really simple. Run the configuration batch, and you'll get all these windows. And what you need to basically do is calibrate this guy to the lighting in your room. Of course, the lighting in here is a little weird, so it was a little difficult to get it fully calibrated here. But you can see in the different steps here, what it does first is it captures this is the raw image coming off the camera. And then each subsequent one it inverts the image, and then you can see next it does a little monochrome filter on things, and it blurs things a little. And it gets it to a point where what we end up with is this right here. And that's actually Matt's finger moving around there. And you can see what it was before. You can see a little bit of shadow there. And we cleaned it up until the point where there's this software that can see those and add extra fingers in there and goes, oh my gosh, I can see multiple points, and then I can track those. So it's really cool. Once you just run the configuration, set all of those, and then just hit escape, saves your configuration. And now we can do some fun demos with it.
Let's do it.
All right. So first demo I want to show you guys, real simple. You set up, there's these two batch files. The first one is server. You run that. I'm going to run my webcam at 640 by 480. Let that run. All right. And we get my touch listener. I'm going to go ahead and minimize these. That's the server.
Okay.
We also need a gateway. And this is a Java application that is going to allow our other demo applications to listen to it. It runs a local server on port 3000 and 3333. Go ahead and start that and minimize it. And now they can communicate with our demos. So in the demos folder that comes with the multi-touch mini package is a couple of cool Flash demos and some C++ demos. So the Flash demo, my favorite one, well, they're all my favorite really. Everybody's seen the photo thing. I mean, we can just take, and it's going to take a minute to load up because I'm running this on the Acer Aspire 1. It's an Atom processor, 1.6 gigahertz. So it likes Flash a little. It's the photos that came with it. But just like any other, multi-touch demo, of course, you've got to do the scrapbook, moving stuff around, zooming things, and it works as intuitively as you would expect. You put your fingers in the center of a photo, you stretch them out to make it bigger, you rotate them to rotate the photo. So that's kind of boring. Let's take it a step further. There's another demo in here that really rocks. The physics demo is kind of fun. So check this out. We've got all these little guys.
Oh my God, you're killing your machine.
Yeah, my machine is dying here. And basically, when your machine's not dying, what you should be able to do here is put your fingers over it and grab these little guys. No, I think my Atom machine, I should have gone back to the EP. Well, no, the EPC would have really died. So maybe that's not the demo I want to show. This one's kind of neat. Wall Pong. I can full screen that here. And what we've got going on your side of the screen is if you put two fingers here, you can pull up. You can make little paddles with your finger and then actually play some Pong and it's kind of intuitive. This is really something that should be running on a Core 2 machine and not an Intel Atom.
It was destroying your Core 2.
Yeah, it was destroying my Core 2. If you look at my processor here, it's just spanking it. But I think I can show you guys the piano without problems. This is called multi-key. This is probably the neatest one because it's actually an instrument. And if you just go ahead and you can see what we're doing here. I mean, I'm not going to win any awards for music making here, but you can drag the pianos around. You can rotate them to what looks best for you, and then when you've got everything all situated like you want, you can start making some beautiful music, like this. Ah! Okay. Well, anyway.
You get the hint.
You get the idea.
Ideally, you want to run this on a desktop. We've already said that before.
Yeah, and also there are mouse drivers and a whole bunch of other fun applications, and basically all these are fun demos at this point, but one of the cool ones is there's a mouse driver for Windows, so you can use this to actually control your desktop. So, of course, the next thing that comes to mind is great. Well, then I just stick a projector on the ceiling, point it down at a gigantic version of this, and with a high-quality camera, I can actually get some finger tracking, and then it makes sense. So, because right now it's kind of like a Wacom touchpad next to a computer running Photoshop, where you're not drawing on the screen, but you've got a little pad next to it. This is same kind of principle, and I think we should build the giant, the big ass table.
We've got a bunch of mods that we're actually going to do, which are going to require a lot of ingenuity and a lot of time to do. So we've got those that we're working on, one of them being the multi-touch, and another one that we've got a surprise for you coming up, but we'll tell you about that a little later.
The one that has to do with Godzilla?
Yes.
Okay, sweet.
All right. So now that Darren, that was awesome, I can't wait to start building our own so we can have it here and show it off whenever we want. But right now, we're going to go ahead and kick it to Shannon. She's going to tell us about this week's LAN party.
Okay, Godzilla, really? Yeah, whatever. Anyway, I know after we're done filming, I'm going to go over there and play some Pong and probably own up Darren and Matt.
Yeah, not until we get a Core 2 over here, that's for sure.
Definitely not happening.
Okay, I'll believe you guys. All right, our LAN party is coming up really soon. It's on Saturday, October 4th, and we are playing some TF2, some Team Fortress 2 for you guys. I don't know about you, but my favorite character is the Scout. Gonna run around and beat some bitches with my baseball bat. Anyway, it's at game.hak5.org. And if you're not really into the whole gaming thing, you just want to sit back and relax with some popcorn and watch us film, you can go to hak5.org and we'll have the set cam set up all day. And last but not least, I have to tell you about Crisis Warhead. I don't know much about it myself, so I'm going to shoot this over to Matt.
Yeah, they're sponsoring this LAN party. Totally stoked about it because I played through the first part of Crisis when I built my new rig.
Yep.
And it runs beautifully now. And you were telling me that this would probably run beautifully on my old rig regardless.
Yeah, Crisis Warhead comes out, or actually has come out. The game is faster, bigger, stronger, runs along a parallel timeline of the original Crisis. You're the other badass on the island. No longer is it a game about survival, it's a game about complete domination. Darren played through it, I played through it. I already have, as of shooting right now, I will have had my copy and played it. But I highly encourage you guys to go check out Crisis Warhead. It's a great, great game. And if you like the original Crisis, you'll definitely love this one. So right now we're going to go head on over to Christine, where she's going to talk to us about different browsers.
All right, thanks, Matt. I'm sure you guys are all very familiar with Google Chrome at this point, considering that we're in the future now and it's been out for a couple weeks. But one feature that I want to familiarize you with is the Google About memory. Now here to demonstrate, I have a couple browsers open. I have Firefox here with Hak5 website up, Facebook, Revision 3, and purple.com, which is definitely one of my favorites. I have the same websites open up in Internet Explorer and Opera, as well as Google Chrome. Now, see, I have the websites up. I'm going to open up a new tab and type about:memory. And here you can see all the browsers that I have pulled up: Chrome, IE, Firefox, and Opera. It shows all the memory that's allocated to those. And down here, it also shows the memory that's allocated to each individual tab that I have pulled up in my Google Chrome. So this just kind of gives you your own task manager, if you will, about where memory is being allocated. So I'm gonna head it back to Shannon.
Hey, Shannon.
Hey, Matt, what's up?
Not much. So what do we got today?
I have Microsoft Live Labs Photosynth. It's a brand new creation they just put out. Actually, it'll be a couple of weeks old by the time we put this out.
Okay.
But it basically just stitches all your photos together of a certain room or a statue that you might want to show off to your friends online.
Okay.
And it turns it into a 3D walkthrough. And I'll start playing this for you guys in the background while we talk about it.
Okay. So what do we actually need to get this working?
All you need to do is download the installation. It's just called Photosynth. You can get it at photosynth.net. It's completely free. You let that run, and then you take your camera and take a whole lot of pictures. And trust me when I say a whole lot. I took about 190 for my Photosynth, and it's not even that synthy.
So what there's a special way to actually do it, and do they give you some sort of instruction on how to do it?
Yeah, they do. They actually have a video on their website that you can watch, and it gives you an example of how to do different things, a room, a statue. It shows you everything that you want to know.
Okay.
So you want to take different angles and go all the way around the room and get all sorts of different kind of merging photos. You want to get tons and tons of them.
So overlapping kind of
Yes,
thing.
many overlapping photos. It is kind of slow though. The first time that you want to upload your Photosynth, it takes a long time. You're sitting there waiting for the taskbar going, oh, come on, man.
Yeah, I think on my machine, which we actually ran it off my machine, it took about a good 45 to 50 minutes to
Right.
run through 190 photos.
And of course, the more photos you have, the longer it's going to take you to get all of that synthing up. Also, you can't do any kind of weird angles, so you don't want to do a very low angle and then do another one very high, or else Photosynth is going to get really weirded out and have no clue where to go from there.
Yeah, there's a couple in here that's just kind of like, whoa.
They don't belong anywhere.
Yeah.
It got really confused.
Okay.
But that's pretty much how it works.
So basically, we can go through, and like there, it just shifted its perspective up and
Yeah.
now over. And wow,
Right
that's
now,
really cool.
it's walking through the Hak5 set, so you can actually check this out on the Photosynth page. I'll put it up on my blog, so you guys can just link to it and check it out yourselves. And you can just walk through the Hak5 house pretty much. It's pretty awesome, I think.
Wow, that's awesome. Thanks, Snubs.
Yeah, no problem, man.
All right, I'm headed over with Darren, and we're gonna wrap this whole bitch up.
All right, have fun.
Thanks. All right, guys, so that just about wraps up this episode of Hak5. I want to thank our sponsor, Bex. I'm rocking the Oktoberfest here.
I am rocking the dark, and let me tell you, man, like I love dark beers. There's some good stuff up in Canada that I just like absolutely crave. It's worth the 12-hour drive to Toronto. But this, dude, Germany's got it going on. I need to start drinking the dark more. That's
Digging
what
it,
I'm talking
right?
about. Yeah, dude.
So I'm rocking the Oktoberfest in my handy dandy beer stein that you guys can get over at bexkeyclub.com. We also want to mention that Oktoberfest is brewed obviously throughout the fall.
It's different by choice.
Different by choice, obviously. Also, Bex is giving away a trip to Germany.
In celebration for the Oktoberfest.
The Oktoberfest celebration, and
I got the details on that. Sure,
Yeah.
it's going from now in September all the way to December 31st. There's a contest going on. It's a trip for two to Germany, so you can check out the nightlife in Berlin. So you can go down to Munich. So you can go to Hamburg. You can go and like check out a sweet, beautiful country. And there's just so many castles, and you got to go down the Rhine River, and you got to experience the people and the culture and the food. Get yourself a nice big bratwurst and see what it's really all about.
drink some beer.
There you go, and you get some Bex, and they give you $3,000. I mean, think about how much Bex you can buy with $3,000. That's $3,000.
That's a lot of Bex.
That's three. Wait, I don't know if it's euros or dollars. We'll find out.
So how do they go ahead and sign up?
They can sign up over at bexbeer.com, or if you're in the U.S., you can go ahead and text Germany to beers. So that's 23377. Text Germany to beers, and then wow. And if you're on the Sprint network, you'll see it on your Sprint mobile media, and you'll see information on how to sign up there. So you've got 3 ways to go ahead and get in on this for you and your lovely friend to go there for 7 nights. They pay for the hotels and the flight,
plus
and give
they're
you
just
$3,000
giving you
spending
money.
Yeah, dude.
Come on.
So you can't go wrong. Or you can just go over to bexkeyclub.com as well and get yourself some like the awesome beer stein caddy that will work with all of the Bex beers.
Really comes in handy. So with that, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. Mention the forums at forums.hak5.org.
Got to mention the feedback,
Yeah.
because it's really important to us. If you see something you like, you want to see more of, or you got a suggestion for a segment, like the multi-touch came from Falcon. He was like, hey, feedback at hak5.org, and we love that. So keep tuning in and keep sending us your ideas.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right. With that, guys, hope you enjoy the show and tune in next week for more Technolust. We'll see you next week.
Trust your Technolust. Give me the guitar.
You asshole.
What were you doing?
Darren, Paul's being mean.
That was not bad.
Hi, Shannon.
Hi!
Hi.
Hi! Hi!
Multi-touch. It's all the rage. You've heard of it.
You said it! You're crossing into my orbit.
Okay, rage is the word.
Well, rage, but
All right.
I got no color left.
Multi-touch. It's all the rage. Shit. But you're not. Rage is the word.
yeah, but you're like rage.
Maybe Shannon's talking.
Matt, where did you go? Matt! Matt!
We can be like, multi-touch, it's all the rage. You've seen it in the iPhone.
Matt! Matt!
Where's it coming?
Okay, desu ka? Okay. Desu, arigato. Hi, doitashimate. Upload thingamabobber, and I don't know what I'm talking about anymore because I was just like,
Brain fart.